Well, greetings, Sigma race fans. We come at you here live with the USA Trucks East Division from Watkins, Glen this week. Pardon my voice as I am kind of sick right now, but I am trying to storm through it all. And to stay on track with our schedule, we have the truck race, followed by the Bridge to Cup race later on today, as this is on a tape delay. And then with Wednesday ARCA, it'll be recorded on Wednesday, but premiered on Thursday. So, to no further ado, let's get through the starting lineup here in today's East Division USA Trucks race from Watkins Glen. You've got Alan Malcolm and Alex Sanvitale on the front row. Followed by Tim Cording and Chaz Chadwick, Borat Sagdiev and Chelsea Carter, Cannon Gage and David Bird, Bradley Ream and Jeffrey Gerald. Okay, yeah, that's. I'm just going to kind of skim through because it's not going in linear fashion here. Chris Jaramillo there alongside Al Bunch, Sebastian Galloway Jr. and Chase Kovacic. The Ross brothers, you got Rosevich and Jack Ross. Wyatt Wilkinson starting midfield. Ralph Oberstadt. And as we continue to the further back here, that's the rest of your lineup here today from Watkins Glen. We With the west side, we saw a surprise winner in our last road course race from Sonoma. And so this is one of the first few road course races on the East Coast. And who knows if maybe we'll see a surprise winner from Watkins Glen here tonight. Trevor Ventures have been dominant no matter where they are racing, whether it's on the East Coast or the West Coast. They got the front row here tonight, and they're leading them all to the green flag as they go down the hill here at Watkins Glen. As they go charging into turn one, it looks like Alan Malcolm might have the advantage here. Alan Malcolm's already won 2 races on the season. He's looking to secure some more. But Sanvitale on the inside has the advantage with the inside line for a brief moment, as that inside line teeter-totters back and forth between the two drivers. 10 of Sanvitale looks like he's going to close the door on his teammate there for the lead. They might be trying to go 4 wide into the bus stop here, and that's never a good idea. When you see all the dust flying, they make it through. It's not for a lack of a little bit of flair for dramatic, it looked like, on some drivers that had to fly through the dirt. Marcus Ambrose style there. But they keep it all going in the right direction. No one else gets tangled up. And we continue on for lap number 1 here. Borat Sagdiev, this is one of only his couple first starts in the series. New to the USA Trucks campaign and already running top 5 here today at the road course. So good showing for the number 14 team there. And it looks like we might have just had a wreck back there. The 59, I think, a Gannon Bird got slightly involved there. Ooh, and he luckily cleans it up pretty quickly there. Clips the 43 of Chelsea Carter, but doesn't make any contact with the walls. So no true harm, no foul, as it looks like he's going to lose a handful of spots there from the mistake. As is customary in Sigma racing on road courses, there are limited or minimal cautions to be thrown. If we had a wreck, it would have to be blocking the entire field from progressing to merit a full course caution. This allows for the strategy to actually play out and give us some interesting race wins that we don't often see. because the strategy reigns supreme. So without a caution, or if we do happen to have one, it'll be very rare. Um, it's going to make this racing more key on the fuel mileage and tire preservation, and even your planned strategy throughout the race on green flag pit stops. TV leads the way. Trevor Ventures over Tim Cording in KBM equipment there. Chaz Chadwick in LFG Motorsports entry in fourth. And Borat Sagdiev for Volkswagen Motorsports, one of the few Volkswagens out there in the circuit. Now everyone's kind of settled into single file running all the way from front to back. Might be a clever strategy to just kind of run these laps right now and see what you got, instead of trying to push the envelope and burn through your tires too quickly. So far, fastest lap in the event up to this point, it is Alan Malcolm who's running second there. In the top three is looking pretty interesting. As you can see, the 50, I think, trying out some different lines there, trying to find the momentum to catch up to the lead too. He's definitely keeping it interesting, cutting some lines that they aren't. He'll catch up, and then he'll start to lose them again, and then he'll catch back up. So keep an eye on that 50 and possibly even the 18 just behind. I think they're trying out some different lines here to find the right spot to make the pass up amongst the top two. things are starting to get sort of stretched out here at the front of the field. Move being made there as Jeffrey Gerald gets by the 14 of Borat Sagdiev. And that'll bring up LFG Motorsports 4th and 5th with Chaz Chadwick, the team owner, and Jeffrey Gerald in 5th. Well, so far it's been a whole bunch of follow the leader at the front of the field here. Does look like Tim Cording is starting to catch up to Alan Malcolm a little bit. Since my voice is really starting to go away, I think I'll probably just leave you guys with the race with limited to no commentary, as you can enjoy the race and all the truck noises on the live broadcast, the tape delayed broadcast, but still on the race here you got. So, yep, I'll try to focus on anything big happening, but otherwise, just rolling without the commentary. Well, Tim Cording suffers a blown engine while running in third. It just can't get any rougher for him this year, as he has not been able to put together a good season yet. This truck has really been his Achilles heel here in 2025. Had third place pace and was looking for a potential fight at the win here today, but that's gonna sink him pretty deep here. Sigma officials are gonna watch and monitor this closely. It depends where he's gonna stop on track if they need to throw the caution for it. And Sigma officials are gonna throw the caution as he's not really able to clear the track quickly enough. So we'll get back and re-rack him for a restart here today. It gives everyone a chance to... Chaz Chadwick ended up pitting, kind of probably low-key expecting the caution to drop when he saw the 50 truck slowing down. It might be a game changer right there. Might be enough to switch him out to the lead when these guys pit here. So strategy is going to reign supreme. Well, this definitely changes a little bit of everything after that caution. Chaz Chadwick with the big money move coming down pit road before the caution was called. And he's up front here, going to start on the front row. We'll see if he can hold the lead on the restart or if Alan Malcolm's going to beat him. Bad start for Chaz Chadwick as Alan Malcolm blows by. Now Bradley Ream up to second. So the entire front of the field shaken up here after that caution, as what used to be Alex Sanvitale and Alan Malcolm is now three others with Alan Malcolm. Chadwick making a move here, going into the bus stop, trying to make moves while he can. Whoa, money moves. That was a messy move as he failed to get around the 40, and he's about to lose position to the 32 as well. Settles back into third for now. Another shot to attempt. They must have been able to fix Tim Cording's truck as he's not completely retired. They must have popped open the hood and figured out what the gremlin was on the 50, because he's right there in 22nd. A long ways to go to get back from the mechanical error. Oh, and they're wrecking right behind him. Wow, we got a bunch of folks going down pit road. The 39 is wrecked. The 3 is wrecked. How did that all come to be, I wonder? Taking a trip down pit road. Oh, the 39 wanted to go down pit road, but timed it too late. That's bizarre. I don't know why folks didn't pit during the caution, because now it's, you know, halfway at this point. They're good to go to the finish, I'm sure, but that kind of totally messed everything up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! We missed a great lap there for Chaz Chadwick. He was running third, and he made it around both. Second place, Bradley Ream right here, I think. Yep, alongside the 40 there, going through the first segment of turns. We haven't seen this Chaz Chadwick in quite a while, actually. It's been a while since he achieved victory here in the USA Trucks. He's always got a flair for the dramatic, too. I mean, he kind of comes out of nowhere to get his win once in a while. He had it where it was in a must-win scenario back a couple years ago and still buckled down and found it. And looking solid here today at Watkins Glen as he gets up alongside Alan Malcolm. And he's going to end up closing the door on him here by the end of the lap. Wow, what a turn of events here. We didn't exactly see happening. Chadwick, with authority, takes over the lead from Alan Malcolm there. And it seems like he's going to kind of take it off, too. He's going to go and stretch it out on the 9 of Malcolm. Yep, just like that with 18 laps to go. Chadwick setting sail at the front of the field over Alan Malcolm. Well, that ain't good. The 10 of Sanvitale stuck on pit road here. Ended up with a flat tire, so there goes another one of your top contenders of the day. He was up front leading laps and looking good. That's going to be a hard hit in the points for the number 10 truck as well. He's up there in the points fighting for this championship. And he's going to end up giving up a lot of points to his teammate, Alan Malcolm. Well, we're getting down to 15 laps to go here. Chaz Chadwick now with a dominant lead over Alan Malcolm. Bradley Riemann third, James Gunner, and then it'd be Jeffrey Gerald in fifth. We still have the Cup guys yet to run here, and that'll be the next race on the Cup schedule. Not sure when I can get around to running that race, but we know it'll be the next one for those Cup cars. Other than that, you do have Bridge to Cup after this stream later in the day, live stream of Bridge to Cup, and followed on Thursday where you'll have a double header with ARCA and Cup, which may very well be the Watkins Glen Cup race. Just depends where at Watkins Glen race gets run, if it's before or after Thursday. Chaz Chadwick trying to put as many trucks a lap down here as he's on a burner. This truck looking hard to beat. He has the advantage with the tires and the fuel mileage, evidently. Even then, he was only going to be about one lap less to the rest of the field because everyone else is going to pit the next lap. So it's all about that track position. And he was able to inherit the lead or the front of the field because of his pit strategy, which changed the entire outcome of this race for him. It did come with a little bit of help from some of the other teams, especially mechanical errors and attrition factored in here at the end, where the 10 truck had a flat tire, the 50 blew an engine, which was the reason we had the caution. And so Chaz Chadwick, just the lucky benefactor of all that, And he's only going to have 13 laps left to go to get the job done here today. Alan Malcolm way far in the distance, not looking like he's going to be much of a threat. Well, 9 laps to go, and that gap just continues to grow in the favor of Chaz Chadwick. Whereas we will have to look back at the stats for the last couple years to figure out when the last race was that Chadwick ended up winning. Okay, so he did win in 2024. It's been since Mid-Ohio back on June 12th of 2024, so yeah, roughly about 8 months or so. Been a dry spell for him. Maybe he won during the chase. I don't remember. No, he did not win during the chase. So yeah, since June. But here's an interesting statistic too that you might want to hear about. Chaz Chadwick has won in every season of trucks that he's competed in. So 2022, the inaugural season, he was 2 wins in that season. 2023 USA Trucks ended up winning 2 races. And that 2023 season is when we also brought out the East-West Championship. And this was when he was in a must-win scenario. And he ended up pulling it off. His 1 win skyrocketed him to the playoffs in the USA Trucks East-West, first ever East-West Championship chase. And had the 1 win that season. That's treated as a season, even though it was 2 different seasons in 1 year. But regardless, he has won at least 1 race every season that they've run the USA Trucks. So 2022, 2023, 2024, and he's seeking that one here in 2025. He did it with style here today, using strategy to his advantage, pitting when he saw the number 50 truck wounded out there on the track, knowing that a caution was very likely to be thrown. And seems to be the rest is history now, as there's only going to be about 6 laps to go for Chaz Chadwick, and he's got about a 10-second lead. Yeah, 11-second lead over Alan Malcolm, so it has turned into a slogfest. This season's definitely been a slower start for Chaz Chadwick. His best finish, well, he's had some good finishes mixed in with a few bad finishes. Started the season off with the 34th at Daytona, then came home 2nd at Atlanta, 6th at Dover, 3rd at Nashville, and then just last race out at Homestead he finished 20th. So he's been flirting with top 5s, top 10s, but at the same time, no! Whoa! He got clipped there by the 28. Some lap traffic giving him a little bit of fits there. Hopefully they didn't black flag him for that. And it looks like he's going to keep running. It's not like Formula One where you got track limits. That could have been ugly if he ended up getting spun out of the lead, wrecked into a lap truck like that. It's not over until it's over. Obviously, I don't want to jinx it by saying he's got this one in the bag, because you don't always have the race in the bag, and now he's having to make a pit stop. That can't be on schedule. There had to have been some damage or maybe a penalty that's being served. It says running, no black flag. I wonder if everyone's going to have to pit again. I don't see Alan Malcolm in the picture here. Where is Alan Malcolm? Okay, there's the 14 of... Well, just like that, I jinxed it. Commentators jinx rings all the time. It's without fail. Commentary jinx 101 right there, and but I still don't see where Alan Malcolm is. He must have pitted 2nd. Oh shoot. Alan Malcolm ended up in a wreck, not of his doing. The 000, no way. Wow. And this holds up the entire field right there from third on back. So Chaz Chadwick had a cheap pit stop because everyone else got slowed way up from the wreck there. There's Chaz Chadwick, still credited with first, but I doubt that's going to be where he shakes out here. If everyone else has to pit, it looks like Kovacic's pitting. Borat Sagdiev is your new leader? Oh, wait. The 32 of James Gunner. My bad. The 32 of James Gunner out there in front of Sagdiev. So Borat in second. Gunner in first. Third, Chris Jeremio. Fourth, Chelsea Carter. And Sebastian Galloway Jr. with fifth. Now, I don't know if everyone's going to be able to make it to the finish here. We saw a lot of folks pitting. And Chaz Chadwick obviously came in for a quick gas and go. So, is gas mileage really going to factor in here with 4 laps to go? Is it a done deal, or is there some more drama to unfold? Borat Sagdiev, this is only his second or third start in the USA Trucks, and he's got a good one going so far, but it looks like he might be coasting there, maybe on the edge of running out of gas. Gunner stays out. He ain't going to pit. Nor does Sagdiev, Jeremio, Carter, or Galloway. Oh, it was a fuel system error for the 77. That's why he had to pit. So, yet again, the road courses, just like our Sonoma race, a surprise winner was waiting in the wings. Trevor Ventures had the best 2 cars, but unfortunately, both of their cars ended up getting in wrecks not of their doing. Chaos that have taken them out of the mix. And here we have James Gunner, Sagdiev, and even Jeremio, who could still find their way to catch up to this 32 truck here. 115.039. Compare that up to Borat, who is a 115.294. Oh, it looked like James Gunner was committing down pit road there, but stays on the outside line, keeping it going for another lap. It'll be 3 laps to go this time by. The lead is starting to shrink ever so slightly as Borat turned a quicker lap by 5/10 over James Gunner. Borat not dealing with lap traffic the same way that James Gunner is, but still got to make up all the time and execute the pass at the same time. Well, James Gunner about to be under attack here by another lap truck there, the 77 of Kovacic. And Borat is within striking distance almost. This could get interesting, folks, as the top 2 start to close the gap to each other. He almost cut a full second into his lead. 116.4 to a 115.5, so nearly a full second gained, all thanks to lap traffic, giving Borat a chance to actually fight for this win. the lap traffic is not going to do any favors here for James Gunner, as Gunner still not able to get around the 39 there of Wyatt Wilkinson. Wilkinson is 29th on the lead lap, just barely. And James Gunner, your leader, just trying to find his way around lap trucks that are holding him up here. Borat Sagdiev is right there, and he's almost within a position to start fighting for this win. He's going to need a lucky break no matter what, as the laps are working against him. White flag in the air, one more lap to go. It is going to be an official race no matter what. If James Gunner can hold on here, or if he's going to get snookered at the end of this one. He's way held up. That lap traffic is not moving out of the way. Gunner is in trouble. But executing a pass is not going to be easy here for Borat, as he needs to pretty much get by the 77 in one foul swoop here. .32. Wow, and there we go. Borat Sagdiev gets alongside the 77. That might be his only opportunity to fight for the win here today. He's on the inside line, the 32 on the outside. It might come down to a drag race to the finish line. The 14 is on his outside, just barely. But now, James Gunner's got the move on 39 for the first time here in a while. Borat's going to see the opening, and he's going to try to dive in there for it. Not going to be enough, though. Borat's going to come home second, as James Gunner is going to get the win here today from Watkins Glen. Kind of a shock winner here. No one saw that one coming. Borat put up one hell of a fight there at the end. If it were for the lap traffic, he could have maybe stole it. Also coming home third is Chris Jeremio. Chelsea Carter in fourth. Sebastian Galloway Jr. with a fifth. Solid top 5 run for him. Al Bunch, Gannon Bird, Cannon Gage, David Bird, Andrew Moger, and Chaz Chadwick, unfortunately, bringing it home in 11th. And I apologize for Chaz Chadwick that commentator's jinx rings true again here. I was getting all hyped up about him getting his 2025 win, and unfortunately it sunk him here today, where he had to go down pit road for some more fuel. Mitchell Carter, Ace Vaden, Andre Stefan, and finishing out your top 15, it was Ralph Oberstadt. Ryan White, Craig Bush, Drew Clue, Skylar Taylor, Brandon Butler the second, Jamie Horseman, Tim Cording comes home 22nd, so still not able to rebound much there. 23rd, Jack Ross. 24th, John Brinker. 25th, Eli the Wolf. Nate Newman, Craig Popgris, Alan Chavot. And that gets us back to the front of the field with the lap traffic that was just under attack. So, yeah, what a wild turn of events there at the end. Didn't really exactly see James Gunner coming out and stealing this one today, but he did just that. Great race through and through. A lot of wild and crazy action. Some lead pass changes and all that. It definitely had it all here today from Watkins Glen. Well, congratulations to James Gunner and the rest of the folks with a great top 5 finish here today. Watkins Glen delivered us another great finish here. And yeah, well, now we can start looking towards that cup race that's going to be coming up here shortly. And it might be a lot the same with some wild and crazy finish just like we had here in the USA Trucks East Division. With that, folks, obviously this is the tape delayed truck race, and it's being shown to you live here the next day. Following later on today, we will have Bridge to Cup live stream. Hopefully by then my voice will actually be back and it'll be like a normal stream again. But I do apologize too for being sick, and it's been a rough couple days. So hopefully it gets better, and hopefully we'll see you in the next stream. Have a great night, everyone. A great It's not night now, it's day. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you in the Bridge to Cup race later this evening. And until then, this is Jakester signing out. Have a good one.